Welcome to Just Reviews with Breyanna
and Sakinah,
where we will have conversations that mothers and daughters typically do not have.
This was not always easy, believe me. It took a lot of love, self-healing, and growth for us to get to where we are today. Thank you, and welcome back to Just Reviews. Today we will be discussing what would you tell your younger self? So, if you can go back in time as as the person you are right now with all the life experiences you've had and things you've been through, and you know the things that you know now that you didn't know when you were younger, what would you go back? If you could sit down physically in front of your younger self, what is it you would tell her?
Okay, I have a little list. Not many things, but first on my list is you are enough. Secondly, you don't owe anyone anything. Because I find myself staying in situations, friendships, relationships, because I feel like I owe somebody for being there for me.
Okay.
Speaking up and like not trying to please everyone. Everyone will not be pleased. Yeah. Put myself first.
Okay.
I feel like that go hand in hand too with the last one. Um, it's okay to be alone. I struggled with being alone for a very long time, and I didn't see it.
Okay. So when did you realize this?
I had a male roommate. We was having a discussion. He was like, maybe you don't know how to be alone. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, please. But as I sat back and really reflected, like, I always was with somebody. I always had a little boyfriend. I had a little girlfriend, a little thing. Yeah. I was never like single, like, because as soon as somebody did something wrong or whatever the case is, the relationship situation went left, I had somebody else. So I was never.
Okay, so you would do that differently. So how has that affected you, like back then to where you are now? Because clearly you would do that differently, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you mean, like how?
Do you feel like there's some things if you could do over, you would do over or do differently? I wouldn't say do over, do differently.
No.
Okay.
Because I like the person I am. Like everything teaches you lessons, and you could either learn from the lessons or keep repeating them.
Yeah.
So it gives you life experience.
Yeah.
Builds you.
Some people don't believe like things happen for a reason and that things are lessons to be learned.
Yeah. Okay. Don't look for happiness in other people rather than happiness within myself. Because I felt like other people could make me happy if I wasn't happy.
Okay. So explain that a little bit.
Like now where I'm at in life, I understand that I'm happy and I meet somebody that's happy and we're just happy together. You know, before I didn't have to be happy, but I looked for happiness in other people. Like they make me happy.
So did that work well for you? Did the people make you happy?
I guess for a little bit.
For a moment.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
But like happiness doesn't start from other people, it starts from yourself.
Yeah.
So you look so surprised when I said that.
I'm just listening, you know, because through our conversations, I'm always learning something new. So
Yeah, okay. My next one is don't give people so many chances to play with you.
facts, for real.
Because I give people too many chances, too many chances. Like I always think of others, I always know. Like you give people too many chances, they find a new way to play with you.
With me, my max sometimes is 3. Like if I love you hard, like strongly, and it doesn't have to be like physical relationships with me, family, whatever. I may go past that 3, but it wasn't never beneficial for me. It's
Yes,
always beneficial
exactly.
for the other person. So, what is your limit? Do you have a limit of how many times you've given people chances?
I don't feel like I had. I feel like once I get to the point where like I'm done with you, but I get to the point where I don't want nothing to do with you.
But is there a limit in the chances that you've forgiven? Like You may
I
have
feel
broke
like
up, got back together, broke up, got back together, or even not break up, but just forgive the person for some stuff that they did that was hurtful.
depends on the situation because I feel like
You
it's
okay
gonna sound
today?
bad.
Oh, you said it not sound bad.
So I feel like say if I'm in a relationship, right, and they do me wrong, like they cheat on me, for instance, and I decide to stay, I'm gonna get my lick back, and then it's like we start over. so,
Okay.
so it's like but like
So that makes you feel better.
make me feel better.
Does that make you feel better? Like feeling like you almost got even, like, because that's really what it is.
No, it was so whenever I got my get back, it was never like to get even. Like I stay with you, but like when I'm with a person, I don't look at other people like you're my person, like you're the only person I look at. But once you cheat on me or whatever case, this door's open like now I'm looking. And it's not like I'm searching to go cheat back.
Wow,
But
the
like when
opportunity
the opportunity
presents
presents
itself.
itself, I'm not gonna withhold myself because that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once I do my own dirt, we could resume back. But now it don't ever be good because now we both is
Yeah, it's just a
doing
tit for
stuff.
tat thing now.
Yeah. My last one is to give the same effort to myself that I give to others.
Okay. You want to go into more detail?
Just pour into myself more. Like pour into myself. I always pour into other people but who pour into mine? You know?
Yeah.
So give myself. Pour into me. Pour into me. And I
Okay.
probably wouldn't have been in a lot of messy situations that I was in.
Well, yeah, I can see that because I really strongly believe like you pouring yourself more in first. It's always best to love you and pouring this you first because you get lost
Yeah, like
in who you
I lost
are.
myself in certain relationships. Like I forgot that I was that girl. Like for
Yeah.
real. Like yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I got married, I remember her telling me like, "Oh, nobody gonna love you like I love you," and I guess a part of me believed it because she kept saying it. But
No, but then it can be truthful. See, we look at it like they're saying it like they the best thing that ever
no, because
happened to
what
us.
what she followed with was basically saying like, "Oh no, you think people gonna deal with this? You're not like." Because she had to do housely duties because she didn't work.
Well, that's
so,
well. Well, look,
so
I didn't have to
people will
work.
love that.
I
People
didn't
will
have
love
to. I
that.
didn't have to work when I married your
And did you
father.
mind doing house duties?
No, like
Okay,
I was
exactly.
up early in the morning cooking this man breakfast and making him lunch,
But
and
everything was an issue.
pregnant
Yeah.
before he even had to go to work. And he used to have to be to work like he used to have to leave the house probably like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, so no, I had no issues doing that. That's like the least you can do to show your
But she did,
appreciation.
and everything was a problem. And yeah, everything was a problem. But it was always like, oh, nobody gonna deal with this. Nobody this and the third. But I forgot I was that girl. My last relationship, I just forgot I was that girl. Like, because prior to my last relationship, I was only dealing with women. So once the guys saw that I gave one of the guys a chance, everybody was mad. Everybody wanted me. Everybody, and I forgot that I was that girl. Like
Okay.
I'm sticking through all these situations when I really didn't have to because I had options out here.
Yeah.
But you forget that. You forget that you have options. You forget like who
You
you
sometimes
are.
can lose yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You so worried about what the other person doing. You ain't worried about yourself.
Yeah, and I'm at my grown age now and I'm coming into being comfortable with who I am, just really self-reflecting and looking at myself and all of my life experiences that I've been through, things that would have broken down some people and mentally they would not be okay with a lot of the things that I've been through in life. So now I'm owning who I am, and this new life is different. So when you're young and you can do that, that's good because you avoid a lot of messed up situations.
Yeah. Also I could add one more. Um I would say follow your intuition. For real, follow your
Yeah,
intuition.
that's a good one.
Because I feel like even though I had intuition or I had a feeling that it wasn't right or like my stomach, I still went and did it and realized why I shouldn't have because I had the feeling anyway.
Yeah.
So now I'm in a place where if I have a feeling like, don't do it, Breyanna, I may still like contemplate on it. I may still contemplate on it, but 9 times 10 I probably won't do it.
I believe we have like this thing in us, this voice that's always speaking self-doubt. No matter what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like there's always something, because with the intuition is leading you in the right direction to do the right things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I've always had intuition, and I've second guessed myself too, but then I might come across something that ended up setting me a little bit back.
Yeah.
When it could have put me further if I would have just listened and followed my gut feeling. Like wasting time in relationships is an example.
Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Because even in like relationships, like I don't know I was getting cheated on before I knew I was getting cheated on because I would have a dream.
So your dreams always like came
They
true
they
as
were
far
true.
as
Yes, I knew
cheating?
I was getting cheated, but I didn't want to believe it. I need a physical proof. That's my problem. I always need some proof. Like you could tell me, "Oh, Breyanna, don't run across that street." I need proof, so I'm running across that street. And you said don't run across the street because I might get hit. And guess what happened? I got hit. I just need me. I learned that I like to learn things the hard way, and that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing. I like to learn things for myself because I don't like to take people's. Because that could happen to you. That don't mean it's gonna happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not always good because it leads you in situations where you could avoid it
And a
from
lot
other
of
people's
times when
experience.
parents tell you these things, it's coming from a place of love and experience. For me, when I would tell y'all things, is because I wanted to save y'all from repeating mistakes and patterns. But the best life teachings are your own experiences. So the only way to really understand and make it make sense to you
Just do it.
is to have that experience yourself, because you need to have something that you can go off of and not just say, oh, just because my mother said
Yeah,
so.
but I feel like when I was younger and you used to tell me stuff, girl, I don't know. Like looking back, maybe I just felt like you ain't know nothing. You don't.
Oh, that's what it was?
I don't know. Like, because I thought I was grown. Like, I thought I was grown. So, you don't know nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Like, that's how I was. But
Okay.
that's not how I felt in the moment. But, like, looking back, that's probably, like, that's how it came off. Like, you don't know nothing. But I guess I didn't realize. I don't know.
You don't know what? You realize what now? That
No.
I knew some shit.
That's not what I was saying.
So what you saying? Don't try to take it back. It's okay to say I know some stuff.
That's not what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
That's what you want. That's what you want me to say.
I don't want you to say anything.
I think you have some good knowledge.
Okay, thank you. Gee.
No,
Is it hard for you to compliment?
No, but that's just not what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
You was trying to get a compliment out of not what I was saying. So
I wasn't trying to get a compliment. Okay, I'm just asking questions here.
Yes, but I just felt like you ain't know nothing. But I don't know. I was young, dumb. Thought I knew everything. You know, it's just life.
So how much did you know?
I know a lot, man.
No, back then when you thought you knew everything.
Girl, I know nothing. I thought I was grown. Like I thought I was grown, and I don't know why. Because I look back, like I was not grown. I thought I was grown. Yeah, I don't know why. But like, once you become a teenager, like, why do you feel?
I don't know.
Did you have
I
that?
can't say I felt like I know everything. I don't remember any advice that was given to me that she told me, and I learned a lot of stuff on my own.
I think that's the best way.
No, it's not.
Yes,
always.
it is. Yes, it is. I mean, I could have avoided a lot in my life.
If someone could have gave me guidance,
So you would have wanted the guidance.
I would have appreciated the guidance.
I disagree because I learned a lot of things by myself, and I appreciated it. Yes, I made mistakes, and yes,
I'm not saying I
made
would have
decisions.
did everything.
But no, I'm just saying, like I wasn't sheltered. I I have a different perspective on life
Okay.
because I learned it by myself and went through it.
Okay. I would have appreciated some guidance. I would have, of course, made my own decisions, but it's always to have someone guiding you in the right direction because we need it.
But I also say I don't listen. So I don't listen. So it wouldn't have worked for me. It wouldn't have worked for me. I needed to experience stuff on myself.
Okay.
It wouldn't have because I like. Don't get me wrong. Like I, I take what people say to me. Like it's not like I'm disregarding them or whatever. But I take what they say to me, and once I make that mistake, I'm like, oh, you was right. Like I had that.
Okay, but if someone gave you guidance with like an example, would that be cause you to look at it different or feel differently about it, or you would still feel the same way? Of course, you would still want to have your own experiences, right? Because we always still need that. But
I feel like now that I'm older, like I'm more willing to take advice and you know.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like
Yeah, now that I'm
with
older,
guidance.
yeah. Now that I'm older, but like when I was younger, you couldn't tell me nothing. So that's why I said I needed to learn the way I think, the way I learned things, because
Yeah, because there was a lot of things that my mother did and the way she lived her life that I couldn't say I agree with when I was younger. When you're a child, children are cruel. It caused, me to get picked on or to be looked at as different when kids are eating meat. We're not eating meat. We're vegan.
so I got picked on for not eating meat.
No, I wouldn't say I got picked on for not eating meat, but I got picked on for having like locks because when I had them, we were young. Why are you laughing? We were like really young. We lived in California. She was a Rastafarian. That wasn't like a thing to, I guess that wasn't a large group of people. The locks and they weren't like the,
How old was y'all?
Shit, we had to be probably like 9, 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, went to like a church.
Church? No. No.
Why you say
No.
church?
No, we didn't
Yeah,
go.
like
We didn't go to church.
how the roster work? Like
The way they
but it's
eat,
a religion.
the way, yeah.
So
They,
what they
I didn't see
study?
the regular Bible, any other Bible being studied, but
My eyes are hurting.
yeah, but kids are not, kind when you little. But if she would have explained to me the reasoning behind some things, it probably could have made sense to me. Because
What, like your
now,
dreadlocks?
yeah, what was well, like you gotta explain this stuff, Like it's like no different.
So did
than
y'all have dreadlocks before? Before?
no.
So, so
It was
she
like
just
life
moved y'all.
changing, yes, because it was life changing. She took us from she had us living in church.
Life changing.
It was. People don't realize, like little things can be life changing events in your life. We saw the little cartoon Elemental. Something simple can be life changing.
How was like how did you get dreads?
So she had girl, we lived with my grandmother for some time. Then she came back to get me and my sister and moved us with her and my brother's father. That's who she was with. And he was Rasta. So I guess he introduced her to this lifestyle. And when she came to get us from New Jersey, she moved us to St. Thomas. And girl, we went from living in a house to like living. You laughing? No, but dead ass serious. We moved from a house to like a shack. It's like a one room shack, and then it's like she has dreadlocks. This man has. It's a whole lifestyle I've never seen before. Now it's like, hey, she wants to put these things in our.
Did she actually talk to you?
Yeah, but I'm laughing, but no, I really like telling the story, this is when I realized where my people pleasing came in. It came in. It started at this moment in my life. We laughing, but no, for real, the people pleaser in me started at this moment because I knew I didn't want dreadlocks.
But she asked y'all?
And I say yeah, but I say yeah because the little girl in me wanted my mother. You know, when you
It's
like
not
you
funny.
have
It's not.
like when your mother leaves you, you know, for some time, that can be cause abandonment issues and stuff like that. And me talking about it right here, right now, I'm realizing like for real, because I'm like still doing like some self healing and digging, and this is where my people pleasing and my abandonment issues
So
started.
did you feel like she'll keep you?
No. I felt like,
Why
you
you
know,
laughing? Like,
I
did you
know,
feel
but
like
I
she
felt
would
like
keep you?
maybe she would have, if I would have said no, what if she would have sent me back to my grandmother? Well, I wanted to be with my mother. It's not that I didn't want to be with my grandmother. I love my grandmother. It was like
You
I
just wanted
wanted
your
to be with
mom.
my mom.
Yeah. So why did you say yes to the trends? That's what I'm trying to
That's why,
understand.
because in my little mind then, there must have been some type of abandonment issues, and I felt like if I would have told her no,
You
she
going
wouldn't know.
home.
Yeah, she
Going
would.
look back.
Yeah,
GG.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You know, as kids, you don't know.
You know.
You don't know.
So your sister wanted you to
I don't know. She was younger than me. I don't know if she had a
choice.
And then when we got older, we moved to California after she had my brother. I didn't want them no more. So I waited till we got to New York. And I went to, well, no, I helped take my sister's dreadlocks out first.
Was your mom upset?
Yes, she came home from work and cut the girl whole braid out. And in my mind, and we didn't have combs or anything. Something in my mind told me to go get a fork at a young age, like 12, and
Why you comb her hair out
comb
first?
her hair out. What?
Why you comb her hair out first?
I can't tell you why. I know we both no longer wanted it, you know. So I combed hers out first, maybe to get the experience out. So when I do mine, it'll be easy and quicker. But I combed and I saved all her hair. Our hair was down our back, like for real. Like our locks was like in the middle of our back. So I combed out the locks with a fork. And when my mother came home and saw her hair braided in these little cute little ponytails, she outside in front of everybody, she took the scissors and cut this girl whole ponytail off. So I didn't want that to happen to me. So I wait till we came up around some family to take mine out. That wasn't, you know, having locks wasn't something that I wanted. But that experience, I guess, taught me a lot because me getting picked on, nobody was wearing like the turbans. That's what the thing was.
So
I guess it was
they probably picked on you because the turban?
Probably picked on me because the turbans.
What did they do? Like,
girl, they would pull it off. They would pull it off. And there'd be a group of people and they all laughing and making fun of me. So you laugh because you have experienced anything like that. And
do you think that affects you now? You getting bullied?
I believe it unknowingly affected me a lot of my life.
In which
Unknowingly.
ways?
That messes with your self-esteem, your confidence. You know, some people are just built different, where they're around stronger influences and people that might uplift you when you're going through something like that. But when you're always left to feel like you're dealing with everything on your own, how do you deal with that as a child when you're kind of like self-teaching yourself a lot of things?
Yeah.
So from that experience, I didn't want to get picked on no more. So I started taking my dreadlocks and braiding them and creating hairstyles at a young age. Like I would braid them and then put rubber bands
Did I
at
get
the
them
end.
twisted, or they were just like?
They were just wild, girl, freeform locks. They weren't ones that were twisted and tamed. No, you wash your hair, you go let it lock up and then you would have to break your hair apart to kind of like pull your hair apart to actually form the locks you want. But you just let your hair get nappy and lock up. Now they're more neater, So I learned from them to just do my own little hairstyles so that I won't have to be put in a situation of getting my stuff pulled off my head anymore.
You moved to New York. Did they pick on you? No.
Well, most of my picking got done in California, because my mother didn't have a lot of money. So they had these sneakers, girl, like the Payless version of sneakers.
You got some Payless sneakers?
Yeah, so I would have
They picked on you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they picked on me. She would give me the ones that looked like the ones I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted the Nike Cortez because that was the sneakers that everybody was wearing back then. And I got the Pro Wings version of it. Kids ain't kind, so they probably said some shit along the lines like fly away with your Pro Wings. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I got to California, by the time I got to New York, that had, I guess, made me into a different person because now I'm not too far from an age that can work. I started working at 14, so I started to buy the things that I wanted.
Did your mom have anything to say when you took your dreads out?
Well, at this point, no, because I had already taken my sisters out. So, but then it repeated itself when my brother got older and he no longer wanted his, and he came to me and I took him out again. Took his out.
She got mad.
Yeah, she was hurt because that was her boy. But that's the thing, right? So as parents, I think it's good to know what your children really want and ask, like have a conversation. Yeah, like, is this something you would want? Or like even consider the effects like that may have on somebody. Because she was around probably a community of Rastafarian people, but them people were spread out. So them kids wasn't in the school with us. And me and my sister may have been the only two in the school that had this different look going on, and I'm pretty sure I probably wore dresses and skirts and probably no pants, like,
yeah,
because that's just how their lifestyle was back then. And when kids don't understand something, they make fun of it. Yeah, so when I got older and was able to work, I made sure that I stayed in like the nicest things so that couldn't nobody pick on me.
So what would you tell your younger self?
Okay, so I wrote like a little letter. I didn't want to be too long with it, but I thought about what I would say. Like if I can go back as me right here, right now, in this moment.
To your younger self, how young would you be?
Girl, I can't even say because I didn't even think that far, that deep into it, Not too young to forget, old enough to remember, but not too young where I will forget and it wouldn't make sense. So I can't really say what age, probably preteen, tween. That's what they call
them? I don't know.
A preteen. So basically what I, wrote down, I know I would look my younger self in the eyes and smile. Because people need smiles, like a real kind smile.
You can smile like that. You can smile like that. Show me. Show me.
Girl, stop. No.
Give me a smile.
No, because I can't fake it. But I would tell her, you are awesome due to the many gifts and talents that you have. You have the ability to pick up many skills quickly and with ease. That is not normal, which means you are not normal. It means that you can be whoever it is that you want to be in your life. That is a superpower. You are beautiful both inside and out. You have a kind and huge heart, which allows you to treat people kindly, even when others normally wouldn't. Do not let the way that other people mistreat you make you feel less than worthy. You are not the problem. People's experiences in life often reflect how they treat others. You are always protected, loved, and guided to be at the right place and at the right time. So pay close attention to everything and everyone. That will keep you from repeating unhealthy behaviors, patterns, and habits. That will get you further accomplished much younger in your life. Lastly, I would say I love you, and to always love yourself more. And then I give her the biggest hug with hopes that she will always remember that moment of what I told her. Because sometimes, like, the biggest hug and the tightest hug just gives a different feeling. So I know that the way my memory set up sometimes, I think I block a lot of things out, but I would want that conversation, that hug, and that smile to be so impactful that she will always remember what I said to her.
Well, I like that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because people are unkind, and beauty doesn't is not just the outside. It's the inside, it's your heart. You know, I've been through a lot of things, and I'm thankful that I didn't let the way people mistreat me turn me into somebody that's bitter and wants to just cause
Angry.
hurt and
Yeah.
pain and stuff. Because the way my life has shown me is that when you put out good,
You get good.
good comes back. And I get an abundance of what I put out because I put it out so many different places and with so many different people. So by the time it does come back to me, it's always in an abundance. Yeah, because the things that I know now and today would hopefully make the younger me become a wiser me at a younger age.
Okay. I feel like we went different routes with it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think either is wrong, but I think we definitely went different routes. It's not a bad thing.
No, because we're also different ages.
Yeah.
I've experienced a whole lot more than you. I've experienced love. I've experienced hurt. I've experienced cheating. You have too. But I have so many more years ahead of you with my experiences. So and you're still young. So you have a whole lot more years to go and a whole lot more life experiences. So what you're telling yourself now, your younger self today, come back in like 10 more years and see what you would tell your younger self at that time. It'll be different. That's why, like, this is what I would tell my younger self in the moment that I am here right now today.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm always trying and aiming to be a better person. So 5 years from now, I don't know what I will look like. But I know I'm in a time where I'm putting me first and I'm loving me first. Because I know what that looks like. So when you love you first, you don't allow people to mistreat you, and things that people say to you can't crush your ego as easily, because the things that I would tell my younger self hopefully would give her strength and allow her to believe in herself and to know, like, even when she doesn't feel love, the love that you can give yourself is greater than anything. But the one thing we all do yearn for in life, I read it recently in a book, The 4 Agreements.
Mm-hmm.
2 things that people look for in life is to be beautiful and loved. I would hope that would have helped. You know, I'm always working on me and growing, and I'm still on my journey. This one was different. Made me a little nervous.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I had to really think because I was just gonna, write down a couple simple things, but I'm like, I wanted to be something I believe is impactful. If someone told you something like that in your younger years, do you think it would have made a difference?
I don't know why you asking me this. I already told
Because
you
you ain't listen. See, that's what I'm saying.
I don't listen, so
You
I
can't
couldn't
tell
have.
yourself something like that at an age where you don't listen, because
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't mean anything to you. It would make you feel like, okay, who the fuck is this person? And What do I care for? This is her.
Yeah.
But then also with that, with me saying that, I would have to give like examples because that's the only way for me it makes sense. Like you have to give me an example or a story. We're meant to take something from everything, learn something from everything and everyone, even if it's things we don't like, right? So
What happened to you last week?
last week, what? What are you talking about?
What happened to you last week? Where were you last week?
Celebrating your birthday.
Because we missed the episode.
We must have celebrated too hard. You got exhausted. Where were you last week?
You know, out in these streets. Just playing.
These streets called the bed.
I'm just playing.
Okay. I guess everybody that's out there watching, like,
What would you tell your younger selves?
yeah, like if you had to sit back and look at yourself, like, are there some things you would do differently with your life? What would you tell your younger self that you know now that could have helped them get through certain things, helped yourself get through certain things when you were younger? What life experiences and lessons have you learned that you can save yourself from?
You might try to say yourself, but you still might go through it.
Yeah, it'll be a different way now. That's just the way life
And what
is.
if it's worse than what you could have?
That's the way life is. If I
That's
go
why I
back,
said I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't,
no, I
but like I
wouldn't.
give myself a little cues. Like you saw, mine wasn't too in depth, but like little things because like we have what is it? Freedom of will? Is it will? What is it in the Bible?
Don't get me started because I'm
Just
not a well versed Bible
no, but
person.
I'm just saying like you get like you make your own decisions, and that's what determines your life course. So
It's at the tip of my tongue. It'll come to me.
yes, but I was saying, like if you gave yourself too like in depth information and you decide to listen to yourself and go a different route, then
It'll
you
change
change
the
your whole
course.
course of
Yeah.
your life.
No, that I wouldn't give myself too much information because I don't look at my life and really want to say like I regret things because I appreciate everything I've been through because it's made me into the person I am today, the people I've experienced.
Mm-hmm.
I would just tell myself those things with the hope that I will believe always in myself. Never lose my self confidence and self worth. And nothing's wrong with loving you more than you love someone else because I was always the cheerleader of someone else's life, someone else's story. And if I took the time to put into myself and all my talents and things that I can do, then who would I be today?
Well,
Because
I think as humans we all have that doubt. Like you said earlier, we all have that doubt.
yeah, because I
Like, oh, let's do the podcast, but then we took forever to even do the podcast because I guess we like had a little doubt. But you will never know until you do it.
yeah, it's just self sabotage. It's something that's built in us subconsciously that this voice, we have this voice that is always, nagging or saying something, but that's where that self worth comes from. Because then could that self doubt be quieted down a little bit? There's nothing wrong with
I
believing
think
in
it's just like
yourself.
what ifs. We
Yeah.
so caught up in what ifs.
But I don't look at my life at a what if. Because that's not realistic. I can't go back in time and
No, I'm not
do it
saying.
over.
I'm not saying go back in time. What ifs? I'm talking about like now we make a decision. Like, what if this happened, or what if like just second guessing yourself
Yeah.
to an extent. I'm not saying like
It's yeah for some
everything.
people. For me, how I am now, like I'm thankful for my experiences. They weren't, I went through a lot of hurt, a lot of pain. I just would have liked to keep my self confidence and self worth and all of that. And I say all of that because I was just having a conversation with your brother yesterday, and I've been asking myself, like, where did this come from? Where I didn't believe in myself, and I stopped doing little things that I used to do. When I was younger, I used to make things. I had the gift to like make things, make incense, make friendship bracelets. When my mother used to go to these little the Rastafarian concerts and stuff like that, I was making money at a young age. I was teaching myself how to make these things and learning how to make these things. So I always had something to sell and make my own money, right? So even and I got reminded because one time a cousin hit me up and she was like, "You, when we moved to California, you taught me how to hustle." And I'm like,
Your
"What?"
cousin moved to California too?
Yes, they had stayed with us for a little while.
Oh, okay.
So
In a shack?
no, that was in St. Thomas, girls.
Oh,
California.
so you
Thomas, we
got
moved to
bullied in St.
California.
Thomas or California?
California.
But your dress was more accepted in St. Thomas, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. The
Caribbean.
Caribbean people, yeah.
So you didn't get bullied in St. Thomas?
No. No, I didn't
You
get
had
bullied.
friends?
I think I was okay. I was a straight A student. I did well in school.
Okay. Did you have good grades when you was getting bullied?
I stayed a AB student, probably like 1C here or there. And depending on the subject, I guess. If I didn't really have interest in it, I put the least amount of effort in my work. So that showed up in my grades.
Okay. I was just asking to see if like bullying affected your like school.
No, it didn't affect me in school. But no, I don't think so. I still did my work or whatever. So I was asking myself, like, where did all of that go? When did I lose that drive? In New Jersey, when I lived with my grandma, I would make little paintings and draw little things and pictures and sell it to people. This was dangerous, because you go into random people's houses, knocking on the door, and they was buying my little pictures, and I used to take my little money and go to the penny candy store and buy me candy. But I say all that to say at some point I lost all of that. I'm saying us talking about it is helping me answer questions that I've had with my self reflection. Like, where did my self confidence go?
You got
It was
bullied
with the bullying.
when they
Certain things can carry you through life that causes you to make decisions that's not the best. But no, I wouldn't change my life experiences. I would change my confidence and my self esteem and the love that I have for myself. I would change that definitely. But my
But maybe you
experiences,
had that
maybe I had it.
prior to.
I'm pretty sure I did somewhere.
You believed in yourself to go make stuff and go
Yeah,
sell
and
it
you have to believe in yourself, and then you have to talk to strangers. So at some point, my voice even got quieted.
because you got bullied. I think that's it. You
That
got bullied.
yeah, that
Some
probably was
people
it.
changed you because you got quiet in the show.
That can make sense.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, so that comes with me like digging deep and trying to figure things out. But through things that would have broken people normally that I went through in life, I've come out strong. So that's why I would tell my younger self how awesome I am. I have the ability to do things that other people can't do. Like I could watch a video, learn how to do makeup, learn how to do lace fronts, learn how to do sew my own clip-ons, learn how to help engineer in the studio, to actually edit a track. Like I've learned how to do so much stuff. I just watch, and so that is a gift and a talent. And I used to think that that was easy for people. And then Chase used to tell me like, that's not normal. That's not easy for people to do the things that come so easily for you. You think it's easy for everybody. I used to do my own acrylic, like from a young age. Like I've always had the gift to learn how to do things. I could watch. I used to watch people do styles like finger waves. Just watch. And then I learned how to do it myself that quickly. So that is a gift. And a lot of times we don't look at ourselves and our abilities like that is a gift and a talent. And that makes you special. So those are the things that I would want to stick with my younger self. Believe in yourself. Don't let someone strip your self-confidence away. Don't let someone take your voice away. It's okay to say no and not be a people pleaser. Because at the age I am now, if I would have not been, just gaining if I would have had this confidence and believed in myself and loved myself at a younger age, I believe I would be a different person today. But I wouldn't change my life experience. Because I believe I needed every person that's been in my life for whatever reason they were meant to be in to teach me whatever it was I was meant to know.
Is there anything else you would like to discuss?
No, that's all. How about you, girlfriend?
No, girl, I'm tired.
All right.
I'm ready to clock out.
All right. Well, we do good. So thank you for tuning in and joining us once again.
And if you're new, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to